Hello, welcome to Anime Mystics. I'm Roman, and tonight I am watching My Hero Academia Season 3, Episode 14. So I was surprised last week when I saw that there was no episode. I was not expecting them to take a break, and I had not heard anything about them taking a break, so I was up for a little bit waiting for the episode to drop, and it didn't. And then I looked it up and saw that it was not going to be airing that day, so I felt kind of dumb. But here we are with the new episode. The last episode, they all moved into the dorm. It's like every student is in their class is in the same dorm, so boys and girls. And they decided to have show off their rooms to see who had the best one. They went through the guys. Deku, of course, was decked out in All Might memorabilia. Todoroki was very fancy looking. Okay, let me get the names up here, because I'm not going to be able to remember all of them. Okay. So let's see. Aoyama was very sparkly. Ida was just very nice and clean and everything. Had like bookshelves and stuff up with his books. Ojiro was, I think his was very plain. Like, it didn't really have a whole lot in it. Kaminari, if I remember correctly, he's the one that had the it looked like a guy's room. Had posters on the wall. I remember seeing a Mechagodzilla figure. So that got me really excited. Kirishima, his was more like made for like working out. He had a punching bag and stuff in there. Koda, I can't remember exactly what his looked like. Sato, his looked very plain, but he had a little oven in there so that he could make cakes and cookies and stuff like that, which the girls really liked. Shoji, I can't remember what his looked like. Or Sero, can't remember what his looked like. Tokoyami, though, his was very goth-like, very black, and I think he had like candles and skeletons and stuff like that in there. I thought it looked really cool. But I like that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I liked his room. Todoroki, like I said, his was very fancy and like upper class. Bakugo we did not see. He actually went to bed, so they couldn't go into his room and see what his room looked like. Midoriya, like I said, his was decked out in All Might memorabilia. Posters, figures. I think his bed sheets were All Might. And Mineta we didn't see because the girls were too afraid to even go into his room. And I don't blame them with how creepy he looked at the door. The girls, for the most part, just looked like, I guess, what a typical girl's room would look like. If that even makes sense at all. I don't think there's really any typical way anybody could have their room. But it was like really nice looking and clean and like poofy bed sheets and stuff like that, and nice. I think the only ones we did not see out of the girls was Froppy. I don't think we saw hers. I think they said the same thing as Bakugo. She just went to bed and didn't want to participate in the room showcase. Once everybody had gone through the room, once they had gone through all the rooms, they chose Sato as the winner, even though his room did not look that good at all. The only reason they chose it was because he had an oven that you could make cakes and cookies and sweets with. That's the only reason he won. If it, I don't know, I probably would have gave it to Todoroki, maybe Kaminari, just because I like the fact he had a Mecha Godzilla. But that would also not be fair either. So probably Todoroki because his was very nice looking. So yeah, after the whole room showcase, they brought Ida, Kirishima, Deku, Todoroki, and Momo outside because Asui wanted to talk to them. Froppy wanted to talk to them. And basically explained how bad she is with coming up with things to say and how she mainly just speaks what comes to her mind. And basically about how she felt when she said what she told them in the hospital room about how if they went and did this, they'd be breaking the rules and that would make them no better than villains. And then they went ahead and did it anyway, made her feel really bad. I need to let go of this pen before I start messing with it. And they all apologized to her. And that's basically it. It was mainly they did this whole thing because everybody was feeling kind of awkward around them because of what they were telling them in the hospital room, and they went ahead and did it anyway. They didn't know how to really act around them. Whether they should continue, like, not that they didn't like them or anything, but they didn't know if it was okay for them to really, I guess, continue being their friends and stuff like that because of what they were saying to them. But after that whole thing, I'm pretty sure it's going to be fine. We even had a moment where Bakugo was trying to be nice and get everybody to loosen up a bit. It was when they first arrived to the dorms and Eraserhead, I forget what he actually told them, but it wasn't anything good. I think it was about how he would have expelled the students that went and helped out Bakugo, but because of certain situations, he wasn't going to do that. Bakugo grabbed Kaminari and made him spark, over spark himself like he normally does, and starts acting like he fries his brain and he's just doing that thumbs up thing, and then brought him over and made everybody laugh. Which was a nice change for Bakugo. Usually he doesn't seem to care at all what everybody thinks or how they're feeling. But he actually went out of his way to make everybody feel a little better around each other by getting him to fry his brain a bit and get everybody to laugh and start talking again. But then he didn't really stay too long with everybody. I don't know if it's because he just doesn't feel comfortable around everybody like that, or if it's because he kind of felt what was going on with the whole situation that happened. But yeah, I think he's moving into a good direction. So yeah, let's get into this episode so we can see what it's all about. I know a lot of people have already watched it since this is released usually in the morning, and I'm working in the morning, so I can't watch it until it's 2:10 a.m. right now on Sunday. So this is the time I get to watch it. So by the time I'm reacting to it, everybody else has already done it. So I'm like the last one. But that's fine. If I get this new job, then my schedule is going to change, and I should be able to do all these in the morning on Saturdays from now on. So we'll see. But yeah, let's get into this. It would help if I had the video thing up. Alright, so the video is going to be located over here, and the link to the reaction is going to be in the description down below. And we're going to start this episode in 3, 2, 1.